Well, what's going on, guys? Shining Owl here, and today, we're talking about how games can be spoopy sometimes because, it's Halloween. That's why. Before we begin, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll hope you enjoy. So, I'm not specifically talking about what games are scary, more of the scary things that I've noticed and I want to talk about, being the strong enemy scare. Do you Now, if you've played games, you might be saying, huh, I might know what he's talking about. Don't know why you say that to yourself, but you might be. Well, what a strong enemy scare is when you encountered the Hunter for the first time in Halo Combat Evolved. It's the, oh crap, I have to fight that, and you're a little scared because you don't know how to fight it. And this is your first blind playthrough, and you don't know that if you can just shoot it once with a pistol, it dies. Because when you know that, it makes it a lot easier. So, let's talk about a few of those moments. Like I said, the Hunters are a very good example of that, but there are multiple other moments in games like that, like in Doom 2016. Yes, I know in Doom you're supposed to be unstoppable and stuff, but for a first playthrough, when you haven't played Doom 1 and you start with 2016, the yeah, the Baron of Hell is such a dangerous enemy, and you're just kind of scared of it. You're just like, oh, geez, I don't know if I can fight this thing. Plus, they introduce it in one of my favorite ways to do it, which is where you fight one. Once it's dead, another one spawns. Once it's dead, another one spawns. You fight 3 in a row in like the same area-ish. And that is a really well done encounter. And it's pretty memorable. But it also gives you fear of like, oh god, I have to fight that big demon. Of course, any Doom game after that, or if you've played the previous two, you're not scared of it anymore because you know you're Doom guy, you'll be fine, you're invincible. But that first encounter, that's what's important. Another one is the SAX in Metroid Fusion. Whenever you're in the room with it, you're just like, oh god, I hope it doesn't see me. And then when you actually have to run from it, you realize just how strong it is and how scary it can be. So you end up having to run from it in a little escape sequence, which is pretty cool. I just wish that the save station was a little closer. That's all, really. But it's the fear. Speaking of of fusion, another thing it does really well is fear in general. But that's a story for this video, actually, because I'm going to have it talking about both of them. So in Metroid Fusion, when you're going through it, you see some stuff, and you're just like, whoa, that's kind of spooky. Like when you're going through, I think, sector, whatever the ice one is, and not the ice one, I think it's like sector 5, and you see the nightmare flying in the background, and you're just like, whoa, what is that? And you're just like, okay, that thing's scary. And then, when you're in the ice sector, and you find Ridley in the little cryo thing, you're just like, oh, that's right. And then he shatters, and you're just like, oh. But then then a Core X flies out, and you're just like, oh, I have to fight that later. Metroid Fusion does fear really well. Another game that does fear really well is Half-Life 2. Now, I'm in the middle of playing it right now, but I can say we don't go to Heaven, Al Capone, isn't the best level. I didn't really like it that much. I mean, it's got a really cool atmosphere. I just hated one section of it because I was too stupid to figure out, oh, you can just jump on boxes. The enemy spawned endlessly. All I had to do was hop on boxes. And you, but the two things that area does well is make you actually feel scared. Because previously in the game, you feel unstoppable. You've jumped a hoverboat off of a dam, you've fought a helicopter in said hoverboat, you've just basically done whatever you want. And then, you're in a dark town, there's zombies everywhere, head crabs, poison head crabs, and then introduce you to a new enemy, being, I don't remember what they're called, they're like quick zombies or whatever. And those things are scary. They're one of the types where when you first encounter them, scary. Every other encounter, not that bad. It's not even like a jump scare. You just see it and it runs at you. It's just like, ah, because you don't expect it and you don't know how to fight it, and it's running at you fast. And Half-Life's not a very fast-paced game, so you're just like, I don't know what to do. One example that is excellent for how scary it is, and it has a really good difficulty curve for when you finally learn how to deal with it. It's the Guardian in Breath of the Wild. We've all had that moment where we just hear this. And you're just like, oh crap, where is it? I gotta get away. And it's just like, I'm coming for you, boy. And you go from having this happen to you to having this happen to you. A really good way to increase the difficulty of it, and also to make it so that when you first see them, you're scared. But I can't mention Breath of the Wild without mentioning the Lionel. You know how scary the Lionels are. They can just charge at you and kill you. That's why, biggest flex ever, my first Breath of the Wild video was killing a silver Lionel, just to show how I'm an epic gamer. I'm joking. So yeah. Also, I can't bring up horror games without telling two things. Not horror in games, horror games, same different, not the same thing. I bringing up these three things. One, I will be live streaming Luigi Mansion 3, sometime before, Halloween. Or I might not, I don't know. Maybe I'll live stream something else. Then, there's Benny and the Ink Machine. It was pretty spooky. Even when you know the jump scares, you still get suspenseful, knowing the projectionist could be around the corner, or Benny being around the corner. And Doki Doki. You already know what Doki Doki is. I'm not going to waste time with that. Anywho, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.